What's up, guys? Angel Perfect TV Killer back with another action figure review. And now, before I start, I want to apologize for the absence. I know I have been gone for almost a year and a half now. Yeah, man, life was a bit busy, but thankfully, things are better now. So, with all that said, I'm back and really happy to be back. Finally get to do reviews for you guys. And today I made sure I came back with something badass. And today we are going to review Darkseid made by Beast Kingdom. Now, I haven't heard of Beast Kingdom before. I was in a dire need for a new Darkseid figure, because the only Darkseid figure I do have in my collection is the Mezco one. And through time, even though the Mezco figure, that Darkseid on his own is beautiful, articulation ain't the best, but the details on it, the way it looks is just amazing. But through time, I just wanted a bigger Darkseid figure, so I was lurking around for a new Darkseid figure, and sadly, Storm Collectibles wasn't an option no more, because we all know eBay wants to be stupid with their prices. So, was looking through Big Bad Toy Store. Jesus, that truck is really loud outside. Come on, truck, I'm trying to do a review out here, man. Come on now. I am sorry about that, guys. Freaking more trucks came by and traffic was making them honk even more, so I had to cut it off, but it stopped now, thankfully. Okay, where was I? Oh, right, I was in Big Bad Toy Store looking around for a Darkseid figure. There were, figures, from McFarlane's and stuff like that, but those aren't the best looking Darkseids out there. I have looked for other figures from eBay, even though eBay, like I said, ridiculous prices. Is like, no, old figure, new figures, you can't win. They all make them double the price of what they used to be. It's ridiculous. Let's triple that, matter of fact. They triple the prices. So eBay wasn't a choice, unfortunately. But, like I said, I went through Big Bad Toy Store and I came across this Darkseid figure. It caught my eye. The photos they were showing of this figure was just beautiful. So I wanted to get my hands on him, but I was just a little worried because I've never heard of the company Beast Kingdom before till now. Thanks for this Darkseid figure. But ever since I heard it was around 9 inches around there, I was like, I had to get him. Not only he looks beautiful, but the size was there to hover over my other DC figures. The Flash, Superman, Batman, all of them. If you want a Darkseid to face your Justice League, your Darkseid, in my opinion, has to be terrifying and huge. So thankfully, Beast Kingdom made this great Darkseid figure, which I haven't opened yet. I haven't looked at reviews on YouTube on it, even though there aren't many. I only see size comparison, basically, because I didn't want to spend my money on this figure if I knew it was gonna be small. So I had to see if he was really around 9 inches, and he was. So here we are now. First of all, the packaging. The packaging on this looks beautiful. Beast Kingdom did a beautiful job on. Sorry for that little cut, but yeah, there you see the front of the box, beautifully made. You see his name right there, Darkseid. Here you got the side of the box. Here you got the back of the box, where you see 3 awesome pictures of the figure itself. Here you got some, you can read, bring it close. If you guys want to pause it right there and read for yourself, you can. So turn this back around. And the packaging doesn't end there. You can actually push this up and it will reveal the figure itself. And a glimpse of me, which is not what I expected. I didn't think it was gonna be that reflective. Oh my god. But yeah, there you have me right there. What's up, guys? But yeah, there you see the figure where you can't see much, so I'm just gonna turn it around, show you the figure better while it's outside of the box. Here you have more pictures of the figure. You have the figure right there on the stand it comes with. It shows you all the accessories it comes with. It comes with the Omega beams and different hands to choose from, and the different head sculpts it comes with as well. Let me just bring it close so you guys can read that if you guys want to. There you guys go. And there you go. There you have the packaging. Now, let's get this big boy out of the box. And here you have them right out of the package. And man, guys, do I have to tell you, this guy definitely feels his price. I mean, to the articulation being nice and stiff, not one loose joint. The paint on this guy is beautiful. This guy does not feel cheap whatsoever. And this, especially the weight that this figure has on him. This guy is a wealthy figure. Like, he is hefty. And I love it when figures feel like that, because I love it when the figures feel their price and not feel cheaper what they're supposed to be. Now, for that being said, let's go to the obvious, and that is the paint on this guy. And let's start off with his suit, with his armored suit. And you already know we have to have Darkseid posed in his signature, hands behind his back, looking like a real G. No one can mess with Darkseid. That's the only pose I see Darkseid ever doing. But besides that, let's get right into the paint, shall we? Now, looking through his armor, you really have that nice metallic wash going through the blues, if you can see right here. And not only does the wash, the nice blue metallic wash going through the armor, I really love those gray wash going through it as well. Really brings the suit to life more. Really makes it look like he's been through battles on his own already. And that's really nice to have on a figure. Especially guys like Darkseid, you really want to make him look like he's already been through shit, you know? You don't want to have him all nice and clean, you know? Guys like these, they're never in the best shape. They always have some sort of battle damage in their armor and stuff like that. So seeing those nice wash going through throughout the armor is really nice. You can see them there. Bring you closer, even in his helmet, back of his helmet right here. You got that nice yellow going throughout as well. Look at that wash. You also got that gray paint on his armor. Also has that nice metallic going through. You go to his ab plates right there. Also got that nice battle wash going through. I like that scratch wash going through those plates right there. You go down right here. A little bit of paint, a little bit of yellow paint going on the black right there. And a little bit right there too. It could be a little irksome, but personally, it doesn't bother me that much. Like mostly I do photos and stuff like that, so I always try to hide things like those. And for it being not that noticeable by a little far back, it don't bother me as much. But going through the armor, you do have a nice gloss going through as well. A nice gloss paint going through the bottom right here, where this nice little material, you can hear it going throughout the armor right there, and that has a nice glossy paint going through it. And then you go down to the boots right here. It still brings that nice metallic, got the nice wash going through it as well. And even under the boots, man. And I highly appreciate that from Beast Kingdom. You know, you have a lot of companies where you have a nice figure through the front. You have a nice figure in the front, but then when you turn it around or look in the bottom, just no paint detail or no real detail whatsoever. But thankfully, Beast Kingdom, so far it looks like they really care for their figures, and they try to, you know, put paint where you don't really necessarily will see them and try to make it really good. So I really appreciate that from them. And so now we're done with his armored suit. Let's go through his stone looking skin. And man, this is where this figure shines, to be honest, because the amount of detail that this Darkseid has on his skin, because obviously Darkseid has that rocky skin tone on him, and this figure does it justice. Not only by the nice paint detail, that nice dark wash of grays going through the skin right here, but the detail of the cracks on him looks so well done. Nearly looks like a freaking statue. Like the details on his arms and legs, everywhere on this guy, to the mean look on his face, man. Look at that. I think I forgot to show the head in the beginning of the video, but look at that. Got that nice red on his eyes. The nice gray paint wash going throughout his face everywhere. And also the helmet, I think I already showed. Got that nice wash going everywhere. Nice yellows going all around the suit. So that is beautiful. Oh, freaking dogs in the background. Apologize about that. But yeah, let's go look at his gauntlets right here. Still nice metallic blue with that wash going through it. Looks beautiful. So yeah, that is Darkseid, and his suit, his armored suit, his detail, his paint, it just beautiful. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into his articulation. Whoa, hold up for a second. I know I said articulation, but almost forgot to do the accessories. Now let's go through the accessories first before we get to the articulation, because this guy brings some good accessories with hands and his dope Omega beams. Let's take a closer look at his alternative head that he comes with. Does come with another head, and mostly for the LED effect for his eyes and for the Omega beams. Now, I will be honest, I do not have the batteries right now to show you guys how it looks during the video, but at the end of this video, I will have a little montage of photos, and hopefully I will include photos of him using his LED effect for his eyes, so not to worry about that. Now here you have his other head sculpt, which looks really freaking nice. You have that growling, angry face he has on there. Look at his teeth. Let's get closer. Can we focus here? Come on. No focus? Let me see if we're struggling to focus here. I don't know why. Come on. Focus. It's focusing a little bit right now. But man, you can just see how nice his teeth looks. Go through around the head. You'll get the same paint effect. And hey, I just realized with this head sculpt right here, he does not have that nice gray wash going through the back of his head like this one does right here. So here you can see he has some of that nice wash going through it. Not this one, but no biggie. But man, this is a nice head sculpt though. Let's go through his other accessories. Let's look at his more basic Omega beams. You can see it starts off going side to side, and then it starts in the end going straight towards the end of the tip of the Omega beams. Really nice. Really nice. And then you have my favorite Omega beams right here. Now these right here looks freaking amazing, man. These are my favorite. The fact that the Omega beams are literally going around Darkseid is just so freaking badass. Actually, I'm gonna have it on right now. Actually, let me put it on right now. Give us 1 second right here. Just to put this on the head. There you go. First one put in the second one. Sorry for not doing it on camera. Just really scared. I do not want to break these whatsoever. Really want to be as gentle as I possibly can with these. Okay, boom. That looks well put. And boom. There you have Darkseid blasting the Omega beams. Let me just, there you go. It's focusing now. Look at that. Holy shit, man. Look at that. Which other Darkseid figure has this, man? Like, I know that freaking Storm Collectibles has like awesome Omega beams, but this one right here, the fact that it's going around his head is so freaking badass, man. Holy shit. So really love that. Now for hands, what he has on right now are his both sets of fist hands. Here you have your set of more calm open hands. Hold on, it's not focusing. There it is. Detailed pretty nice. Here you have more gripping hands right here. Well painted, of course. And lastly, you have more of a grabbing hand, but I don't know what Darkseid will be grabbing, except for the mother box, which I do have with the Mezco. I can take photos him holding that, so this isn't too bad, but it's so tight, you know, for it to be grabbing hands, for him to hold stuff. I feel like these are a little too closed up. I don't know if there's a lot he will be holding, but they're mostly like fisted hands, you know? Not more for grabbing. I don't know what you'll put in those little tight holes. And here you have a powered up fist. You can take photos with this, him punching Superman right in the face. or any other Injustice, well, not Injustice, any of the other Justice League superheroes. He can push anybody he wants. He's freaking Darkseid. Who's gonna stop him? Nobody can. Nobody. But yes, you have that. And for accessories, that's all he comes with. The extra head for the Omega beams and the LED effect. You have the different set of hands and 2 different styled Omega beam effects. Now, for accessories, it's all you really need. Omega beams and different hands. There's no other accessories that possibly could come with Darkseid other than a mother box or a ripped up cape from Superman. But none of that. Accessories, the details, holy shit, man. It just gets better and better. So now we can get to the articulation. So let's just take this off. Matter of fact, let me not make a mistake. Let me just take this off one by one. There you go. Take off the head and put on the regular head. And let me just explain this part real quick before I get to the articulation. Now, for the LED effect, you do have to open up his armor from the front right here. Here we go. I unclicked it. Now, when you unclick it right here and in the other side here, it's going to reveal his what's under the armor. Now, you just gotta take off the head. Let me just show you guys this real quick. And then you guys will see this. That's where you have to put the batteries in. And then you will get your effect. Now, kind of weird looking without his suit, but kind of cool. Wish I had freaking batteries, man. I wish it came with the batteries. It's kind of dumb that it don't, to be honest. Especially for the price of the guy. But, honestly, don't bother me too much. Have a store right there. I can get the batteries myself. But just put this back on. Just wanted to show you guys that. Don't want to leave that out of the video. I feel like it is important to show. Just in case you guys wanted to know how to remove his armor to put on the LED effect. Well, the batteries, of course. But now you guys know. Now with that out of the way, now we can get to the articulation. Let me just make sure I have the armor back on him right. I don't want to make the video and have his armor all wonky and stuff. All right, it's looking pretty good. Now let's get to articulation. Now, his head can move up about that far. Can't go any farther than that, unfortunately. His head do move down a good amount. He is taller than other DC characters, so he'll be mostly looking down at you more than up. So that doesn't bother me that he can't look up too much. But, I mean, that's a good amount of looking up. I mean, you don't have to look up more than that. His head does move right, left, all around, of course. His arm can go up that far. I try moving the other arm, but this side is stiff. So the arm could go up that far. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and he does twist on the wrist, and he could swivel it as well. Now for ab crunch, he can move back. Not so far back, but his ab crunch do work good to look forward. Now that's a good amount to look forward. He does have a waist swivel as well. You can go all around, and it does help for him to look forward, and that does help to have him go more back. It does help a little bit. but it does have a good amount of movement, to be honest. So there's no trouble there. He does kick up that far, which is pretty good. He kicks back not so far. His legs can move out about that far, almost the splits, but could go more far, I think. But I think because of this right here, it does hinder the articulation a little bit. But I mean, why the hell you want Darkseid doing the splits anyway? So no problem there. He got thigh swivel, double jointed knees. His foot can go up that high, can go down that far. Toe articulation and a nice ankle pivot. And that, my friend, is Darkseid's articulation. And this guy has a good amount of articulation. We just went through it. And for the size of this figure, his articulation is really freaking good. Like, if I had to rate his articulation for his size, like, it's damn near like a 8.5 out of 10. Jesus, man, I can't get over how good this figure is. Dude, the paint, the freaking sculpt, the articulation, to the accessories. I think this Darkseid takes out of the park. To be honest, I think this has to be one of the best Darkseid figures ever freaking made. And this is coming from a guy that doesn't own a Storm Collectibles Darkseid. I know. But still, I've seen reviews of that Darkseid. He looks really good. And honestly, I prefer the look of this Darkseid more. He's more comic based than the other Darkseid. He's more of the Injustice game Darkseid, which I like the look of that Darkseid a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, but this guy just have a unique look. He does have more of that comic classic look, so I really love this version better. So, dude, with everything out of the way, let's get into size comparisons, because I feel like this is where is going to be important. Because, like I said in the beginning, size for Darkseid matters. You know what I'm saying? So, his size is good. But let's see how he compares next to other figures now. I have figures here lined up already, so let's get through it. Let's have him next to some McFarlane figures. Here he is next to McFarlane's Dark Knight Returns Superman. If he could stand up for me. There you go. Here he is next to a McFarlane's Aquaman. Put him right there. Here he is next to a McFarlane's Injustice Flash. And for the last, well, not last, this is not a McFarlane's figure, but it is a character from the Injustice. Hold on. Well, not the Injustice. I keep saying Injustice. I keep thinking of the damn game. From the Justice League. There you go. Here is a Mattel Wonder Woman. Now, the Mattel figures are a bit shorter than McFarlane's, but there you go. Here he is next to some Justice League superheroes, and he is hovering over these McFarlane's figures. And McFarlane figures are more of in the taller side of figures, like taller than 6-inch figures, of course. Now, let's get these McFarlane figures out of the way, shall we? And let's put in some more figures. Now, let's put in some Mezco figures. Well, actually, I only got 2 Mezco figures here. I only have a Mezco Batman. One of the newer Batmans that came out, actually. And here he is next to Mezco Darkseid. Now let's see how those two compare next to each other. Boom. See, just the size difference. Look at that. Look at the size difference between these two Darkseids, man. Look how tiny he is compared to this big guy right here, man. This is a Darkseid, man. To me, Darkseid should be hovering over everybody. Because when I started, buying newer figures and stuff like that, and, I don't have a lot of Mezco figures because, I'm not going to buy every hero from Mezco, Mezco being quite expensive. But ever since I got newer figures like a Flash, like, look at the height comparison between these two. That does not feel right whatsoever. Like, he shouldn't be almost as tall as Darkseid. Let alone Superman, And I know these figures are from different lines. Of course, they're not meant to match with each other. But it's always nice to have that one figure that can, match with everybody, every figure line. So here he is next to a Batman and, his twin right here, other Darkseid. That's how he scales up with them. I really do like how he scales up with the Mezco figures, though. Like, that looks nice. I do have a Mezco Superman coming in soon. I might review him because he looks sick as well, and I can't wait for that to come in. But I really like how he scales up next to Mezco figures. So let's get Batman out of the way. Let's bring in a DC Classics Bane. Let's bring in a Storm Collectibles Doomsday. Here's a figure I got lucky buying from Storm Collectibles. This one's really nice. See, that's a good comparison. Oh, man. I feel that Doomsday should be bigger than Darkseid. So, that looks freaking sick right there. And here he is next to a Storm Collectibles. Let's move Bane over here next to Doomsday. And bring in a Storm Collectibles Shao Kahn. Now, Darkseid is hovering over Shao Kahn. Boom. Look at that. So this Darkseid really does bring some good size to him, which is really freaking cool. Really happy about that. So there he is next to these guys, man. Even next to other brawlers like these guys, he stands out a lot, and I am happy about that. Let's get these guys out of the way. And just have the man of the hour on screen. But yep, guys, that was my review of the Beast Kingdom Darkseid figure. Now, this is my first review back for a while. Really hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'm definitely gonna be back for more. So peace. Take care, guys.